Teachers, be honest. When was the last time someone asked how you were actually doing and waited for the real answer? Teaching requires walking a high-stakes emotional tightrope every single day. The lesson planning and the grading are only the visible surface of the labor. Educators serve as the primary intake point for the raw, unfiltered stress and trauma their students carry into the building. This is compounded by persistent top-down pressure, navigating demands from school administrations while meeting rigid state standards. Then there is the relentless, minute-by-minute management of classroom dynamics. When the bell rings, you pack up and find energy to repeat the cycle tomorrow. You function as an emotional sponge for the entire community. Without a dedicated mechanism for release, you remain trapped in a continuous state of psychological depletion. Our current systems attempt to address this immense psychological weight through institutional gestures. They offer surface-level corporate perks, a fresh pot of coffee, a casual dress day. This scale visualizes the pizza fallacy. On one side sits the massive, dense reality of a teacher's psychological load. On the other, a tiny, weightless offering, a free slice of pizza. Pepperoni is an inadequate response to chronic professional burnout. Using these superficial band-aids to treat a systemic mental health crisis is an exercise in institutional failure. Lasting change requires a shift toward evidence-based structural staff wellness. MentalSpace School acts as a dedicated K-12 partner for schools across Georgia, integrating professional support directly into the school's architecture. The first tier of care involves proactive burnout prevention workshops. These are designed to identify and intercept exhaustion long before it peaks. The system also facilitates structured peer support groups, which validate the shared educator experience and reduce the professional isolation inherent in the job. These support systems provide a stable psychological floor, ensuring educators can navigate high-pressure environments without reaching a breaking point. This robust foundation supports immediate, same-day teletherapy access to licensed professional therapists from the absolute comfort and privacy of your own home. When high-stakes situations arise, the platform engages specific intervention protocols for crisis management. These include suicide and violence prevention measures embedded directly into the platform's operations. Privacy is maintained through strict adherence to HIPAA and FERPA compliance standards, ensuring every interaction remains secure. MentalSpace creates a universal intake system for the school. Whether using employer insurance or Medicaid, out-of-pocket costs drop to $0. This works because the platform integrates with major networks, including BCBS, Cigna, Aetna, United Healthcare, Humana, Peach State, CareSource, and Amerigroup. By bridging the gap between commercial insurance and Medicaid, MentalSpace ensures that every member of the school community, regardless of their financial status, has an immediate path to help. Replacing performative perks with structural infrastructure changes the entire trajectory of a school's performance. This chart tracks the impact on institutional stability. While turnover climbs under standard perk models, teacher retention stabilizes and strengthens once MentalSpace is implemented. That increased retention translates into measurable gains in classroom effectiveness and student success. An educator's mental state is the primary variable in the survival and effectiveness of the educational system. To those who absorb the stress of our communities every day, you require a professional safety net of your own. You deserve professional mental health support. A free pizza is an inadequate substitute for the care you've earned. Consider what better wellness would look like at your school. Learn more at mentalspaceschool.com.